Welcome to rest, a place where the noise fades and your soul can finally breathe. Tonight, we take a walk beneath the trees, where silence speaks and the forest remembers what we forget. Now, let's walk. She opened her eyes slowly, not to an alarm, but to the soft rustling of leaves outside her window. The forest called her name in whispers, not loudly, but gently, like a memory returning home. She had slept with the window open again. She always did when the weight inside her got too loud.
I just need one quiet morning.
She slipped into her worn boots, the ones with dried mud from last week's walk, and stepped out onto the mossy path. The trees greeted her like old friends, tall and patient. Every step she took felt like she was letting go of something she didn't know she'd been carrying.
I forgot how easy breathing feels here.
There was a bench, hidden between two birch trees, where she used to sit with her thoughts. Before everything changed, today she returned to it. It looked smaller than she remembered, or maybe she had grown.
Why do I always wait until I'm falling apart to come back here?
Mira knelt by a crystal-clear stream, watching her reflection ripple and blur.
Is this still me?
The water didn't answer. It only shimmered, but in its quiet, it held space for her. Something she hadn't felt in a while. She touched the surface. It was cold, grounding.
Let go.
The trees seemed to whisper. You don't need to carry everything. She sat still, letting the hush of the water soften the noise inside her. As she wandered further, Mira found an old trail, overgrown and hidden. She followed it, curious. Each step felt like walking back to a part of herself she'd left behind.
When did I stop listening to what I need? When did I become a stranger to myself?
The path didn't lead her away, it led her inward. She reached a quiet clearing encircled by ancient trees. She stood in the middle, arms open, breathing deeply. The wind wrapped around her like a shawl.
You were never meant to be perfect.
The forest murmured.
You were only meant to be.
Mira closed her eyes, letting those words settle in the cracks of her tired heart. She let her arms fall slowly to her sides, her fingertips brushing the tall grass. For the first time in weeks, her chest didn't feel tight. Her thoughts had stopped racing. There was only the now, the breath, the breeze, the earth.
Maybe I don't need to have it all figured out.
She walked to the base of the oldest tree, its trunk wide, gnarled with time. There she sat, leaning her back against its bark. The strength of something so still reminded her she could be still too. You're not broken. You're just tired, and tired things need rest, not repair. Mira exhaled deeply, her eyes fluttering shut. Tears welled up, not from pain, but from relief. She didn't need to pretend here, not for the trees, not for herself. She let herself cry, quietly, freely, and when the tears dried, something had shifted. She was still Mira, but lighter. The walk back was slow, not because she was weary, but because she was no longer rushing. She passed the stream again, paused, smiled.
I think I'll come back tomorrow.
Whenever the world gets loud and you feel like you've forgotten who you are, remember the trees and come back to rest.